You're 46. You've spent 20-something years building a career. You've managed people, budgets, politics, crises. You've hired, fired, negotiated, failed, fixed other people's mistakes, made a few spectacular ones of your own. And somewhere along the way, you started thinking, maybe I'm too old to start a business. Fair enough. Because apparently startups belong to 26-year-olds, preferably wearing a hoodie. They have no mortgage, no children asking inconvenient questions about financial security, and enough confidence to build something on Friday and pitch investors on Monday. And yes, youth has advantages. Energy, speed, fewer responsibilities, more appetite for risk. When you have very little to lose, jumping is considerably easier. It can also make you do some remarkably stupid shit. At 45, you hesitate more. You've seen businesses fail. Customers don't behave like PowerPoint slides. You've watched brilliant strategies collapse somewhere between the boardroom and Tuesday morning. People, you can smell bullshit considerably faster than you could at 25. But strangely, we've turned all of that into a disadvantage. We even celebrate entrepreneurship with lists like 30 under 30, as though building a company were an Olympic sport. And your knees stopped working at 35. Here's the part that doesn't quite fit the story. The average successful entrepreneur isn't 25. Research, based on millions of U.S. founders, found the average founder of a new venture was around 42, and among the fastest growing new ventures, 45. 40-fucking-5. So perhaps the interesting question isn't, am I too old to start? Maybe it's, what the hell have I been accumulating for the last 20 years? Because you're not starting from zero. You have scars, judgment, relationships, pattern recognition, industry knowledge. You've watched people succeed for the wrong reasons and fail for the right ones. You've learned when to push, when to shut up when something smells wrong, and when someone across the table is selling you a beautiful pile of shit. That has value, but here's where I'm going to ruin the inspirational ending. None of it means you know how to build a business. Running something that already has customers, employees, systems, capital, and a recognizable logo is very different from sitting at your kitchen table trying to convince customer number one to give you money. Your corporate experience is an asset. It is not an entrepreneurship certificate. And maybe that's precisely the point. At 25, you may have had the courage to jump because you didn't know what could go wrong. At 45, you have something potentially more useful. You know what can go wrong. So don't jump. Use what you've spent 20 years learning to build something intelligently. Test it while you still have choices, and earn your confidence with evidence. Maybe you're not late. Maybe it took you 20 years to become dangerous enough to start.